Welcome to the Hormone Hub, your go-to source for the conversations every woman in her 40s and 50s needs to have. I'm your host, Kylie Pinwill, your nutritionist helping you navigate your way through perimenopause, menopause and beyond so you can say goodbye to the endless fatigue, unexplained weight gain, hot flushes, PMS, mood changes and more that come on this hormonal roller coaster. If you missed the memo or think this is only for women of a certain age, ladies, it's time to think again. Now sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my latest episodes, which are released every week. Share it with your friends, your sweaty sisters. The more we talk, the more we help each other. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hormone Hub. Today we have got a special guest, Dawn Calvinisti, who is coming to us or joining us all the way from Guatemala, which sounds very exotic, and Dawn's going to tell us a little bit about how she ended up there. Now, Dawn is hosting between the 20th and the 24th of June, the Naturally Healthy Women's Summit. So Dawn is going to share with us today a bit about what the summit's about and who it's for. So welcome, Dawn. It's great to have you here.
Thanks so much, Kylie. I'm really excited about being here and being able to promote a summit that is specifically for women and, really focused on natural health and the best health and living a vibrant life and just getting rid of some of the myths that are out there.
Yeah, definitely. And there's certainly enough of those around.
Yeah.
So tell us, so you're Canadian. So how does a Canadian end up in Guatemala? So for us Australians, Guatemala is like very exotic. And, I don't think there'd be a huge amount of Australians that would make it to Guatemala.
Yeah. And I was saying to you, I think Australia is so exotic. So for me, this is becoming normal to live in Guatemala. But my husband is the cause because he grew up here until he was in his early 20s. And I met him actually in Canada. But as our life kind of went on, I was building a business internationally, and he started to doing some volunteer work and was collecting donated ambulances and fire trucks and driving them all the way from Canada down to Guatemala, which is very, very far. Just
I bet.
If you don't know.
Like the enormous United States in the middle, in between that.
Yeah, exactly. So it would take him a week to get them down. And the more that we were doing that, the more I was building my business and also building it in Guatemala. We just realized we really needed to get on the ground here to be able to make sure that we're also providing the fire departments that are needed there, and that I can make sure I can be with my people that are building their businesses here. So we decided we'd make the leap. It'll be 3 years this October that we've been living here, and we have 3 kids and kind of uprooted everybody. And we said we were coming for a year.
Yeah.
Now it's almost 3. So we're here.
And you throw a worldwide pandemic in the middle of that. How was that?
That's right.
How was living in Guatemala through that?
Yeah, I have to say, I was really grateful that we were here. It was we had more openness here than I would have had in Canada. And I think for all of us, we were just in a really nice place where we could go out and help people because of my husband being so involved in, the ambulances and the fire departments here, that we actually got to go out and do things and help people throughout the pandemic. And that was a really great experience, not just for us, but for the kids. So we enjoyed it.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I think, between Australia and Canada, there wasn't a whole lot of freedom during the last few years. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. All right. So would you like to tell us a bit about the Naturally Healthy Women's Summit?
Yeah, so it's a free 5-day online summit. A summit just means it's an event where we have lots of speakers coming at you every day. We're looking to have probably between 16 and 20. I'm still in the process, but you will see shortly that it's going to be a whack of very knowledgeable women speakers, experts. And the nice thing about this summit is it's really covering all the ranges of women. So whether you are a younger woman, a more midlife woman, if you're perimenopause, if you're in the fertility years, it doesn't really matter. There's something for every woman in this. Just to give you an idea of some of the topics, we have someone covering thyroid health, someone covering weight loss, someone covering exercise, someone covering nutrition and PMS and toxins and midlife and gut health. And some of my favorite are things like sleep and meditation with emotions nutritions, and even food psychology. So some really interesting topics, and not necessarily the way you think. So when I say, when I say nutrition, it's not like we should all limit our intake and, lose weight. It's about the myths that are out there.
Yeah,
exactly.
And
so it's going to be something.
Yeah. No, that sounds great. And I think that's it. And I think, when we can offer a holistic approach, it's never, and when I talk to, because obviously I, work with women in that midlife, so going through perimenopause and menopause. And, for all of our listeners, yes, I will be speaking at Dawn Summit. But it's not just diet. So many women sort of come to me and they're like, what should I be eating? But it's so much more than that. It is how you sleep. It is how you manage your stress. It's how, what toxins are we exposed to? These all impact our overall health and well-being. So I think it's really important to have that holistic approach, because it's all different pieces of the puzzle. So there's not one single fix or answer.
Exactly.
It's all of the different pieces put together, for sure.
Yeah. And I think for a lot of women, when you're looking at different parts that they'd like to be healthier in, they might feel like, I'm doing all the things. And just one of these, speakers might suddenly speak into something and you think, oh, I didn't know that could affect it. And so that might be the little switch, right? Just that one little thing.
Yeah, definitely. When I know with my ladies, it's, like I'm banging on all the time about, blood sugar and sleep and stress. And, so it's just to get someone who specializes in that particular area, I think will be amazing. This Hormone Hub episode is sponsored by our free Hormone Help Call. On the call, we'll give you some clarity around what's causing your symptoms and the 3 simple steps you can start using straight away. If you're ready to take the next step and find out how we can help you, we can talk about that too. So if you're constantly feeling tired, struggling with weight gain, PMS, mood swings, bloating, not sleeping at night, cravings, anxiety, all the things, we're ready to help. If you're ready to ditch those sugar cravings, regain your energy and shift that stubborn weight, then let us help you balance your hormones, reset your metabolism and get your confidence back so you can live the life you're meant to. The link with the details to our Hormone Help Call is in our show notes or over at kyliepinwell.com. So and I'm imagining that the presenters are all over the world, seeing, you found me in Australia. We're looking at
they are
presenters.
They really are. I just recorded one of the last interviews was with a lady from Switzerland. So it was really fun to kind of meet people from everywhere.
Yeah. A lot of fun for you as a host, having that collection as well. No, that's great. And certainly because, while a lot of my listeners are Australia, New Zealand, we certainly do have like a growing audience in Canada, the US, Europe, and the UK as well. So that's really good. And then have we got any kind of big names coming?
I think I'm going to leave some of them for a surprise, but we do have, just certain women that people will recognize. And there's certainly some bigger podcast hosts as well that I think people will recognize. So it's fun, but I'm not going to disclose any of that yet. It's close, so you'll hear soon, but it is fun.
Great answer. I was hoping to get a little bit more out of you, but that's okay. We'll leave it at that. Keep you hanging, ladies.
Close mouth.
Yeah. Well, everyone needs a surprise, so that's great. All right. So, Dawn, is there anything else that you'd like to sort of share or tell us about the summit? So
go ahead.
No, you go. Oh, we're so polite.
So I was going to say, one thing that I think is a really a good thing for women who are considering coming is just be aware that you don't have to take it all in, because I think that's one of the things people can feel so overwhelmed because there's maybe 3 to 5 speakers a day over these 5 days, and they're only 20 to 30 minutes each. So it's not a ton of time each. You have the whole day to watch or listen to them. But the nice thing about it is if there's areas of your life where you just feel like these are areas I really am most concerned about in my health, really we've tried very hard to name the titles of every person so that you really know what it's about. And so that way you can just say, okay, these are the areas I'm most concerned about. These are the speakers that seem to be speaking to it, and really make sure that you focus in on those. So I just want to tell you how to go at it.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point too. You take the pieces that resonate with you. Yeah, 100%.
Right, exactly.
So, because that's it. We're all busy, and, when we're looking for answers for our own health, we don't want it to be then have that guilt or that whole overwhelmed feeling that this is another thing to do and we've missed some of it. It's totally okay to take the pieces that resonate or that you're looking for and apply that to yourself for sure. So I will pop all of the details, in the show notes of how ladies can sign up. But do you sort of want to explain how it works, for our ladies once they sign up?
Yeah, so the easiest thing is just to go and register at the link. You'll immediately receive a confirmation email. And then we also are going to have a Facebook group going just for the summit. So you can join that as well. It'll be in your confirmation email. It's a great spot because we have some speakers that are also going to be jumping in there and doing some Q&A live. So if you have particular questions, then that will be very available to you. And then the other nice thing too is that once you have that, once you're booked and registered, is just make sure you put it in your calendar, right? Because maybe you're registering, today or tomorrow or whatever, and it's still a few days away. So just don't forget when it starts. It's the 20th, the 24th. And then you can hop on each morning. You'll get an email saying, here's your list of speakers. You just go in and click on each of their links and you go right into their video. So it's very simple.
Yeah. And that works well with the time zones too, being able to do it that way.
Yes.
So we don't have to rely on it being live. So no one is going to miss anything because we are in a different time zone.
That's right.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. All right. So ladies, the registration link will be in the show notes. So make sure it'll also be in our Hormone Hub Facebook group, also on our pages. So you'll be able to find that link so you can register. And please, I'm sure a lot of you get sick of hearing my voice. So, you'll be able to hear some other voices, which is great. All right.
Yes, and we're so excited to have you there as well. So I hope all of your women will come and support you too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Ladies, I'm counting on you. All right. Well, thanks, Dawn, so much. And really look forward to seeing you and catching up with you and the other speakers in the summit.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay. Talk to you soon. All right. Thanks, ladies. Go to the show notes to make sure you register using the link. And we will see you in the summit. Thank you for taking the time to listen today. You can head on over to the show notes at kyliepinwell.com/podcast, where you'll find all the links, and I have a little bonus surprise waiting for you. Before we go, it would mean the world to me if you head on over to your favourite podcasts channel, subscribe and leave a review. Make sure to screenshot it, DM it to me so I can thank you personally. Then stay tuned for next week's episode. Can't wait to see you then.